So this is Baruch over here at the Tikkun Elevator Kollel, and I don't know what happened, but I lost some of my last video. So I'm going to go back over to the beginning of where I began over here. It's on page Taf Resh Gimel for those of you who have this Sifra, which is really deep. So let's look over here and let's see what he's going to say. He said, now we're going to read the Ri Saruk, Rabbi Yisrael Saruk. Befirish Ri Saruk, he said, Babir Khan the Fidarko, so not to explain according to the way he explains. The Arira Betipus Zer Venukva, talking about the drop, this drop of physicality which contains in it the seed of Zakar Venuk. A Nimshach Yisod Abba, that comes from the Yisod of Abba, which is Chochmah, the Yisod Ima, which is Bina Ayin Sham, and goes into the Yisodos, and there it's going to go and manifest itself in the Zakar Venuk. But the Zecher Bebir comes al Lashona, so now this is what we need to explain. He says, It's Yached Yud B'Luchadoi. The Yud is joined together by itself. Now, the question is, what does this phrase mean? It's Yached Yud B'Luchadoi. Kavar Yudadris already knows Shazer V'Nukve, that the Zer Anpin and his female counterpart, Kishibecha B'Min Ava V'Nikdasu the Ima, that the Tipa that contains their genetic material, so to speak, is placed inside of the womb of Ima. Hoyi Mochem Yud Shal Abba, and along with it came the entire Yud of Abba. Let's see what he means. Abba Dahainu Vav Dalet. That is, that within the Yud, if you spell it out like this, it has within it not just the letter Yud, but also Vav and Dalet, which is also the gematria of Yud, which is 10. Shal Abba Dahainu Vav Dalet Shal Milui HaYud Shal Abba. So this is the Vav Dalet of the Milui of Abba. Abba, Sha'olam b'mandach b'yud that comes out, and you add it up, it comes out to be 10. But he yoshehem b'sod tipa kamor. Now the fact is that they're in the secret of this genetic drop, so to speak. He said, the Zed nechlalas hayud hazos the height of the Vav Dalet, and this causes an incorporation of the Yud that we're talking about. That is this Vav and Dalet, which is 6 and 4 makes 10. Besod Nakudas Yud Rishona, which goes back and becomes like the dot of the original Yud, like a Yud being also equivalent to a dot. Shehi HaShorish Shalachem, which is its root. So this is the transportation, that is the spreading out of the Milui, which is the Vav and the Dalet, coming back, and they're also 10, and coming back and making a yichud with the first letter Yud. So all this oneness comes together into this tipa. Shehi Betzuras Yud, which is in the form of the Yud. Behind it, the Yached Yud, that this coming together, this Yud, that is the Yud and the Vav and the Dalet, Yud shall Vav Dalet, there's 6 and 4 makes 10 too. It goes back to its root. Shehi Yud Rishona, which is the first Yud. Bena'asa Yud Achas, it makes it into just one Yud. And where it says by itself, and Lichadui means isolated in some way, but Yud, he means not that. He said, that the Yud itself makes this is the yichud of the Yud by itself. That is the Yud, which is the letter Yud, and the Vav and the Dalet, which is the Milu, which is also the gematria of Yud. They go out and they come back together again. Kolomar shall chazer al hashora shall kadifrishna, that it goes back to its root, which is the letter Yud. So this is exclude other miluyim, which like the name Ma, which is Yud Vav Dalet K Aleph Vav Aleph Vav K Aleph. Shenas Abba the Zer, this was something that was given from Abba into Zer Anpen. Lo isyachuda, but they don't make a yichud by themselves because the gematrias are different, or they're spelled different, or he doesn't give a reason. Because they only came to Zer Anpen nimtach and is already progressed to a certain extent, that his limbs are now sweetened to a certain extent in the womb of Ima, Kanaida Aikan. So the whole business of the last part of it, not so sure what it meant. Anyway, this is the missing piece. It should go first. This is Baruch Fleischman.